Hello, welcome to The Mouth of Truth, normally a monthly live stream from behind the scenes of Ren the Girl with a Mark, but for the next few weeks as we release Season 2, a weekly live stream. Episode 1 of Season 2 has just premiered on YouTube. Hopefully you've just watched it and come straight here from there. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing? Get on and watch it. It's right there on YouTube. It's been a few years, but we finally got there. Season 2 is out and will be coming out an episode a week, right up till April the 6th. So you've got 1 week to wait until the next episode. But I hope you enjoyed episode 1. I'm Neil Oseman. I'm the showrunner, and I'll be joined by some special guests this evening to talk about that exciting first episode and answer your questions. Please do put your questions in the chat. Hi Mike, absolutely stunning first episode. Mike says congratulations to all. Thank you very much, Mike, and thanks for your support over the years. You've always been an amazing supporter, shouting out and getting the word out about our projects, which is fantastic. We had quite a few people watching episode 1 live there. Hi, Eva Marie. Amazing first episode, she says. Thank you so much, Eva. Great episode, finally, says Murto. Thank you very much. I hope it lived up to everyone's anticipation after the long wait from that cliffhanger when Ren and Hunter rode off into the night at the end of season 1. It was so beautiful, Mumda says. Thank you, Munda. That is amazing. Very nice to hear. Our Patreon backers, of course, got the entire season 2 just over a week ago, so they've been able to binge the entire season. If any of them are watching tonight, we'd love to hear your questions as well, but please do be careful of spoilers. Please don't give away anything that happens in episodes 2, 3 and 4 in the chat. And of course, if you've missed out and you want to binge that entire second season right now, you can do so by joining our Patreon page. The link is in the description. And anyone who joins tonight during the stream, you get a special message pop up. So let's see who's going to be the first person to trigger that. We're on 90 paid members at the moment. Let's see if we can get to 100 during this stream. That would be absolutely amazing. The Patreon backers are the people that make this show happen. You saw that message at the start of the episode. This series is funded by people like you on Patreon, and we absolutely mean that. Without people like you backing the show, it could not happen. And without people like our amazing cast and crew as well, of course, who all give their time and put in so much love and work and energy and effort into every single detail of the show. And I want to say thank you to them tonight, and we're going to speak to some of them very, very soon. What else have we got in the chat here? Michael Hudson, who is one of those amazing people that put in so much hard work, building the bar, building the palisade fence, various carpentry skills, and even cooking for us, feeding the cast and crew some days. Thank you, Michael. He says, amazing, great music, fantastic new theme and opening credits. Acting was very good, especially the emotional moments. I completely agree, Michael. And I love the river scene too, says Murto. Yeah, that was a really special little scene. Believe it or not, that was shot next to a footpath in St Ives, Cambridgeshire. That was one of those scenes that was a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle. We had a scene by a footpath, shot by a footpath, and then we had shots in Derbyshire, in the Peak District, the drone shots, and we sort of blended those together in the edit. And then Rob Westwood wrote some amazing music for it as well. Matt Berkey says, great to see it all come together, guys. Mike says, I shall agree with others, saying the river scene was so beautiful. Where is that? Oh, well, I've just inadvertently answered that. So when you see the actual river, in the wide shot, the drone shot, that is, I don't know the name of the river, but Ash, who was in the chat, might do, because they recommended that location. And I've forgotten the name of the campsite right there, but it's in Derbyshire, in the Peak District, that river, and then the close-ups of Ren and Hunter were shot by the River Ouse in St Ives, Cambridgeshire. And then the shots over their shoulders, where you see the little rafts being put onto the river, those were also done at the Great Ouse. And another interesting fact is the last shot of that scene where you see the rafts go off was actually shot on Alex's phone, because we were in the middle of the Peak District and our drone had packed up and our other camera, our Blackmagic, had packed up, and all we had to film on was Alex's phone. But you can't tell, I don't think. It cuts in really nicely. Dan is saying, hello all, congratulations on the episode 1 premiere. Thank you, Dan, and thank you for being part of it. We won't say exactly how he's part of it, but if you stay tuned over the next few weeks, you'll find out. And Toby Peterson says, amazing, can't say it enough. Thank you, Toby. We've got Yanis the Ancient. Congratulations to all of the cast and crew. It has been a long road. It certainly has, Yanis. A long road getting from there to here to make season 2. Well, I think we should bring in our first guest at this point. If you have any questions for me or for anyone else, then please put them in the chat and we will try to answer them. But let's bring in our first guest now, and it's Rachel August, who plays Captain Merluzzo. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight?
Good, thanks. Yeah, very exciting. Thanks everyone for being here.
Fantastic. Great to speak to you. Oh, and I see 2 of our other guests are just about to join as well. I can see that our second special guest is coming on now. It's Alexander Hackett, aka Hunter. Hello, Alex.
Hello, how are we doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
All good, thanks. Yeah, all good.
Great to see you. And you've joined us just in the nick of time here. And I'm also joined just now, squeezing into shot, by episode 1 director and, of course, co-creator of the entire series.
Sneaking in.
Kate Madison.
Hi. Oh, God.
Well, episode 1 has just premiered. We've got lots of lovely comments coming in here.
I've got a tweet on my phone. I'll be back.
How many episodes will season 2 have? Munda's asking. Season 2 has 4 episodes. So yes, they will be coming out weekly. They're all on Patreon, but they'll be coming out weekly on YouTube, same time, 5 p.m. on Saturdays, 5 p.m. UK time. And yeah, as you may have noticed, they're a little bit longer than season 1's, which I think makes quite a difference, actually. I think they feel a little bit more.
How long
substantial.
is that one? Are we just...
just under 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cool. So, thanks for joining us, Alex and Kate, having just rushed here in the nick of time. thrown straight into the deep end, but it's great to have you here. Cool. Thanks everyone for your comments. So this is the first time really I've spoken to Alex and certainly to Rachel since the show was completed. So yeah, what did you guys think of it? And no spoilers for episodes 2, 3, and 4, by the way.
You wanna go first?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I loved it. It was incredible what you guys have achieved between then and now. I mean, one thing I absolutely love about Ren is just the ambition. You know, there's no holding back or thinking, oh no, we can't do that. You just go for everything, and that's, I think, something hopefully everyone else will appreciate. I sort of feel like an audience member as well, because I wasn't in a lot of it, so just seeing all the scenes was just amazing.
Fantastic. Alex?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. When I first watched it, before I started watching it, I was a bit nervous just because I can be quite self-critical, and I was like, oh, I hope I'm good. I hope I'm all right. And I managed to be able to watch it and be able to relax and enjoy it, and I thought it was excellent. I really loved it. So yeah, I know I had a great time watching it. I've watched it again yesterday because I literally watched it. I went straight on my stag to Vegas, and then came back, and I was like, I need to rewatch this. So I watched it again yesterday, and yeah, it's great. I think it's really fun. I'm looking forward to everyone seeing it.
Fantastic. Ash is saying the sound is a bit strange. Is it just me, or is it Kate as well?
Yeah, what kind of...
I was gonna say, you guys sound real deep.
Oh no! Hold on.
It's Kate.
Left her voice changer on.
I roleplay sometimes as a guy, so that'll be why. Is it better?
Yeah, fixed.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah. That's my roleplay sound
I didn't
changer.
even notice.
We're just really deep here.
Yeah.
It's just like we're mellow, man.
Oh wow! Oh, that's fantastic. A little bit of positive.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, that's sorted out now. So we have our first question here, and it's for Kate from Mike Rhodes. What was it like to pick up from where you left off after so long?
Oh well, I mean, it was great to finally move on from a to be continued. But obviously quite a challenge too. It's been a long time, and so sort of going right. Where are we leaving off, and trying to keep that energy going as well. So I'm sure it's the same for Alex. I mean, obviously you weren't there before, but you're sort of launching into the story like mid-action kind of thing. So, but it was really cool. It was nice to sort of go, yeah, what does happen next? Because we've sort of speculated on various things for the longest time. So yeah, it's nice. It's really nice to now not be to be continued, even though there's more to come. But yeah, it was cool, and like a big challenge. Obviously, there's a lot of horses and fight stuff, and we really try and kick the show off with a big sort of like energy, I suppose. So it was really cool to do that. We also like did that as like the first things we filmed. Yeah. But I also really love like the quiet moments and having a moment to get to know Ren and Hunter a little bit more, or at least having them get to know each other a little bit more, because in the first season they're thrown together so much that there's not really a chance for them to go, wait, who are you and where are you from? And like it's just they're sort of swept up and there's no stop. And this is the first time really when they can literally sit down, take a breath and go, so who the hell are you? Like, and because that's what it's all about. It's about Ren and Hunter and their story together. At least this episode is very much about that. Yeah, so it was cool. It was very cool. I hope you liked it.
And Andy's saying, what was everyone's favourite part of this first episode? Were there any difficult scenes to film or any obstacles? Do you want to go first on that, Alex?
Two jump out at me in particular. The first one is when we filmed by Tarek's Mill, and we had all the music in the background of all these sort of 80s, 90s, 2000s classics playing, giving us a real job to do, which was fun. But we managed it in the end, and we ADR'd it, and the ADR I think turned out really well. I was like watching that, being like staring at our lips. I was like, oh, I think we did that pretty well. I was like,
I think so.
We need to do well, all right. So that sticks out. And then the other one was the frown as well. Okay.
It's so funny because I notice it so much now, and I'm like, did I try too hard? Did I push him too much? It's that sort of thing. But yes, the frown was fun. Sorry, carry on your story. Tell them how much of a pain I was.
No. It was entirely me. So we were filming the scene where we're walking through the forest, and I'm telling Ren about the archivist, and Kate was like, right, Alex, do it again. And before you start the scene, can you just turn around, look at Ori, and just give a bit of a frown like you're concerned. I was like, great, easy, I can frown. Anyone can frown, no problem. So we do it once, and she's like, yeah, let's give us a bit more of a frown. That'd be great. And I was like, yeah, of course, obviously, yeah, of course, yeah, no problem. So do the frown, and then she's like, Alex, just I'm not getting a frown right now. I'm like, but I'm frowning. And then we did it like another 4 or 5 times, and I just got in my head, I'm like, do I know what a frown is? What is a frown? What is life? Are we here? But we eventually got it. But it was a weird moment of not being able to frown.
Yeah, it was funny. It was good. It was a nice test, I think, for us in that sort of like, am I giving him the right stuff? And like, are you like, am I asking too much? What is this right? Like, there's a lot of doubt, I think, for both of us in that sort of moment. Just like, this seems like it should be a really simple thing, but we're struggling with it. But like, yeah, that we had the same thing. Like, I think we've told the story of Shockface
Probably
for last season. Same another Hunter problem of he couldn't look shocked. But yeah, I have to say I'm on a similar front. I would say like the Tarek's Mill one is always going to be the story of episode 1, and it was one thing that I was kind of like like when we had the screening, because we were watching on a big screen with all the, with amazing sound and all this stuff, and it's all around you, and I watched that scene more just going, we did that in a concert and it doesn't show. Like it was just like, it was just one of those moments as well of just watching you two and going, how the hell did you guys just do that? You were just like, yep, there's a concert going on, and yep, we're going to do this. Like, you didn't rush it. You didn't, it didn't distract you. It didn't seem to anyway. You guys just came across like you were doing it in a studio normal, So it was sort of a hard thing, but I sort of marvel at it at the same time. It's one of those moments.
Very, very impressed how you managed to sort of concentrate and block that out, both of you.
Again, very early on in shooting, really, like the first week. And so baptism of fire, it felt like that, definitely.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be checking that rugby club's entertainment schedule before setting the schedule for season 3. Yeah.
Alex, did you have a favourite scene? Because the other part of the question was, I think, a favourite bit.
I loved doing all of the horse chase fighting stuff. That was fun. To watch, I actually really liked the Tarek's Mill one to watch. That was probably my favourite, to be honest.
I think I really like Tarek's Mill, but I think there's also, I really like the next scene in the morning, because I love what Rob's done with the music there as well. And it's like, I guess the combination of that scene, you guys getting to know each other a bit, and then having this little bonding moment. So like the look of that scene as well, like the fact that we were literally like off a path, as Neil just said, or off a path, like you were kneeling in the bushes in off the path in Ipswich, but it looks so the trees there look so beautiful, like all this moss over it and stuff, and that music as well. And yeah, it was hard because we were losing the light as well a bit that day. So it had been quite.
We were when we did those final shots. Of
the very final shots of the boats going in the water. We were like on the brink. Because we just started so late that day, and but despite all of that, we got this sort of beautiful sort of moment. So I think Tarek's Mill leading into that other scene. I was just cheating because I'm taking chunks of the episode. The whole episode was great.
The whole episode is my favourite scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what was your favourite scene, Rachel? Was the one you're in?
Well, I was thinking about that as we were talking. It's like, well, I'm only in one. So my favourite one to do was probably that one. But I think watching it, I loved. By Tarek's Mill, do you mean the sort of nighttime scene when Ren and Hunter are talking?
Yes. Yeah, that's Tarek's Mill. So it's a little vague that it's thing but that's Tarek's Mill. Yeah.
Well, that was my favorite scene watching it, because I just loved how you had like such an explosive opening, and then really just allowed that scene to breathe and just brought the pace right down, and we just really got to know the characters and got to know Ren again, even after so long kind of way. So that was my favorite watching it. Yeah.
Cool.
I think we should do our commentary now.
Oh, so we can watch it again.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna play through episode 1, and Rachel and Alex, I don't think you're gonna be able to hear it, but hopefully you can remember from seeing it what was going on, and we'll just talk about whatever comes to mind about how stuff was done as it goes. So
yes, or you can press play on YouTube yourselves. I don't know how.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm not in the screen, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to tweet. I'm going to tell people about it.
There we go.
When I was watching with Maddie, when my fiance, I was like picking out little bits. I was like, oh, this was that. This was this.
Yeah.
So I can do the same thing now.
Tell us in the audience if you need volumes changed, because we're kind of doing a bit of guesswork here. But
That moon was shot for season 1.
Was that one of the moon shots?
Yeah, in the back garden here. I don't think it was ever used in the final cut. But
because we did use some moon shots, but we shot a bunch.
Yeah.
This is Alex in this moment is on a fake horse, and they had to just crouch out of shot and fall over. Basically, that was.
I mean, fake horse that was non-existent, right? It was just standing.
They were just standing. They were waddling. They had to just bow leg it around
That's
to try and look
the only time
like.
right there I was anywhere near a horse.
Yes.
That shot.
We managed to do this shot, and some of this is in pretty bad rain. I'm sorry, I can't see it at all on camera.
No.
Rain doesn't show up unless you light it properly. But yeah, half of this was shot. All the close-up stuff was shot. After it's all in this one dell, like so many shots in the whole season actually are in this one dell.
Yeah,
on the farm.
One little area of the farm that was particularly.
It's like a triangle of trees. That's it.
Particularly nice. Yeah, all the directors wanted to shoot bits there.
Yeah. It's. I mean, filmmaking is all about mishmash stuff. So. The shot of the branch was shot after we did lots of the horse stuff in a completely different place, and the infamous foam stick that that vanished instantly. It's only actually the foam stick. Unfortunately, it's this beautiful stick that was made out of foam, and it was literally used for the shot where it's on the ground and someone picks it up. Our double actually picked it up, I think, because I don't think Alex was there, and then it got lost somewhere. It's probably lying in a forest somewhere. So every time we had to use a real stick, and it was like the whole point was to use it for the fights. And we never had a fake stick for the fights. Oh dear. Yeah, Mark did a great job.
The ironic thing was the real stick looked like the fake stick, and the fake stick looked like the real stick.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, oh dear.
Was it the River Dove? I don't.
We'd have to look at where we were.
Ash, do you know what that river is that goes by that campsite? Manifold Valley campsite, that's where it was, but I can't remember the name of the river.
So yeah, look that up and...
Locate Sykes. A lot of these close-up... Oh, there's Ash, actually.
Yeah.
Soldier. A lot of these closer shots were done on the very last day.
That was the pickup stuff, because
so we shot the 4 episodes, and then we had one last day at the very end where we just did mocked up pickups, mostly for this episode.
Yes, mostly trying as we've talked about many times before, and if you haven't heard us talk about it, those Kanath outfits are beautiful but not fun to wear, and so put someone even on a fake horse and get them bouncing around, and the whole thing kind of like rides up, hits the helmet, pushes it down over the eyes, and so just getting shots of Kanath looking good enough to fire an arrow. It's just so difficult.
Just squeezing this way a bit so that
I know. We cropped the camera. But yeah, I wonder.
We also just missed Alexander's Legolas moment, which I really enjoyed.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a Legolas moment, isn't it? Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
How was the costume for you, Rachel?
Sorry?
You had
How
a
was
slightly
your costume?
different
Yours
one.
heavy. Your Kanath one.
My armor, the breastplate is a bit unmanageable. But
because you had one of the orc outfits, I think.
You got one of the probably the more comfortable breastplates than the rigid ones that the
captains and our higher ranking
captains and sergeants
have this slightly gothic looking breastplate, which is more made of latex, so it's a little less. It's more flexible. And it was actually made originally for Born of Hope, and I think Shagnar wears it. So yeah, like if any Born of Hope fans watching Ren, like check out the armor that the higher ranking people are wearing, because those breastplates are orcs.
They look familiar.
Yeah.
That horse effect, by the way, was insane. I did not expect it to look like. I was expecting it to look good, but I did not expect it to look that good. It was
Riding
crazy.
on the fact that you guys. Yeah, trying to match everything with the real horses, fake horses, and constantly having to swivel the big tire around and be like, now we need this angle, and wait, now we need this angle. So like you turning around, just doing that was like manually turning that whole thing around to get those different shots. And we had so little time. Oh, you just missed the frown, everyone.
Oh no.
I did not. It's impossible for me to miss it.
Well, it looked like a frown to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was only take 8 or something. It was fine.
Thank you, Grosse Point, Michigan. The cinematography is amazing. Thank you very much.
Grosse Point wrote Born of Hope.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talking of Born of Hope.
Yeah. Tony Peterson's loving the effects. Geeky. Thank you.
Composition with the rearing horse. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of amazing visual effects work. I don't know all the different people who potentially worked on that, but
So there's a guy called Ben Gibb who did the initial compositing of the soldier and of Ren, and then I did a whole bunch more stuff, adding other elements and things, and even Ren's got CG hair in that shot. Because her hair wasn't blowing around enough, so.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, there's a lot. It's amazing.
Unfortunately, not able to watch the episode in live stream full right now. I want to quickly congratulate you. Thank you. Amazing job fighting for this wonderful little show. Thank you so much, Barrett A. Can't wait to watch it sometime next week. And then here we are. Yeah, going into
I love the lighting you got here as well, like the blue reflecting up on their faces.
Yeah,
so
it was
the water.
Literally a tray with water in it in front of them and reflective someone just tapping the water constantly.
Basically our runner Vic just agitating this water and a spotlight shining down into the tray so it bounces up.
Yeah,
this
was our only true night shoot
of this episode.
This episode, yeah. We weren't able to do night shoots for the horses. It would just be impossible, and we would not have the ability to light that entire chase scene. So had to do day for night. But we were like, but we have the option to do it now, and it does. It's so hard to recreate day for night, like especially on a low budget and stuff. And so being able to have this be actually night just changes things quite a lot. So
I feel like it usually makes such a difference as an actor too, to be acting at the time you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel like that, Alex, when you were shooting this. It's so much easier to get into the reality of the scene if it's at the right time,
Yeah,
as it
absolutely.
to be.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Because I think like a combination of the way they shot it with the light on the water shining upon us, and the way the set department had built that little nook for us to sit in. It felt like it was freezing, and the music and everything. But I think all that sort of work really helped ease us into character as best we could at the time.
I think. I mean, obviously, like we're in quite tight on this. This is another area of the farm, right by a barn, because we had looked at the possibility of various locations, but we weren't able to sort of head on out to like Wales or somewhere where there are some broken down mills, and it just sort of like was looking like that wasn't going to happen. And there was this and
then in the furthest parts of Wales as well.
Oh yeah,
the part of Wales we went to for episode 3 is relatively close compared to where.
It was going to be like North Wales and and then but there was this cool bit like on the barn where it's actually an airflow thing. So where we built the fake bit of water mill, which is essentially or water wheel, essentially just like I guess a quarter of a wheel was sort of faked and put inside this air vent essentially that used to dry out the corn and stuff. And then the blue thing behind them, I don't know how clear it is, but they're sort of leaning up against a cart that again was just there, and then we just sort of like art department, Rose and Ash and various people just brought in loads of like tree bits and stuff from a big old bonfire pile, right?
One of which I think Rose is personally holding up for most of this scene.
yeah probably.
And we actually, one of the last things we did visually to the season was we noticed you could still see a little tiny bit of a brake light of a parked car in the background reflecting just by Ren's face. We just had to take that out.
Yeah, exactly. The car park was right behind everything, so it was, even on the day there was a lot of like, wait, what can I see there? There's light reflecting off this, and just throwing in more tree branches to try and disguise them.
I'll make things right.
But yeah.
How was this scene to do, Alex, with that footpath?
This one, I was like, the way this looks, you wouldn't think it was how we shot it at all.
Yeah.
Because these shots are just in a random bit of the forest, absolutely no water anywhere nearby. And then the shots of them in the water, some of them are from like, I don't know, 4 months in the future with me and was it his name Kate?
Caitlin.
Yeah, Caitlin, that was it. And Caitlin, who got in the Ren costume, and we did that in the middle of the Pennines. Was it the Pennines?
Peak District
Peak
area,
District.
yeah.
That was it.
So,
and then some of them are by a river. When we shot.
Yeah, and this is the shot that was done on your phone.
That's the phone shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was like, what are we going to do? We're all the way here. We can't go back now. It's like, yeah. Man.
And I love the thing with sending out the little sort of ships with the larger. Is that something you just sort of came up with from your imagination when you were writing it, or?
Yeah, it was written quite a long time ago in a different version, really. But it's always been that idea.
I think there is a similar scene in The Wheel of Time, but I'm pretty sure we wrote ours. Well, I don't know when the book was written.
I don't know. I haven't read Wheel of Time, but I saw it when it came out, and I went, "Oh, look, similar stuff." You know, it's but yeah, no, fantasy. There's it all kind of merges. Fantasy sort of like has very similar sort of themes and various things that come back all the time. But that idea of sort of these little boats drifting off was lovely.
And we talked all over Rachel's scene.
I know. it's so hard to do a commentary. You almost need it in slow-mo.
Oh, yeah, I'm right there.
Talk about your scene. Like, what was it like?
It was lovely. I had so much fun that day. We had it was such a gorgeous day just for weather as well. Just this lovely sunny warm day. And it was great. I got to have a cloak, like this big cape. And yeah, the costume, it was, I know I complained a bit before, but it's just so amazing to have such a full costume. It just helps you so much with the character. And we filmed all of this really continuously, which is, we filmed it pretty much all in kind of one take with sort of maneuvering the camera, didn't we? So
yeah,
it was quite nice to be able to do a whole scene in kind of one go. It helps you just get into the rhythm of it. So that was really nice.
Yeah, I feel like it needed that sort of energy. So tried to, but it made it hard for you guys because you had to kind of hit your marks every time. But it was sort of nice for that flow and trying to figure out the choreography in a way of like, you come in here and then the master's just hiding off camera here, and then he sweeps in, and then you sweep out, and then he sweeps off, and it worked. But yeah, I snuck into Chris's time a little bit because he had the afternoon. But we got away with it.
Yeah.
You and Richard had a really lovely. You had a really nice, fearful intensity, and then Richard's just Richard, right? So he's killing it. You guys were really great together, I thought, in that scene.
Yeah, we had a really good time together, and yeah, we sort of followed on something we explored in the audition, which is actually she's a bit overwhelmed and scared by everything that's going on.
Trying to do her job, but like,
what the hell's going on? Like nothing like this has ever happened before.
Yeah.
And yeah, she comes in with some slightly bad news, and it just sort of goes downhill and gets worse and worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, I can't give you any good news. I'm sorry.
No, we didn't find them. We don't know where they are.
Couldn't find tracks. Didn't know this. Don't know where they went. Someone died. Oh God, it's all bad news.
Lost two soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's got to step up a bit for future episodes, I think.
Gotta do your job. What you doing?
Yeah, there we go. We got to the end of the episode already.
Yeah.
Fly by.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey! Cassandra!
Cassandra became a mark. Thank you, Cassandra, for joining our Patreon. That's fantastic.
Is that our first Patreon during the live stream?
It is, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Go binge the show.
Yeah.
She's going to leave the live stream now. She's off.
Yeah, she's gone. She's watching.
Yeah.
She's on to episode 2.
Yeah. She's just like, wait, I can see more. Let's go.
Yeah, she might not have been watching the live
No,
stream.
that's true. Like that's
straight to Patreon
after
episode 1 finished.
Oh yeah, I still haven't done that tweet.
Tell people
I was going to tell people to go see the show.
Yeah, I had an Instagram post ready to go, but I completely forgot to post it.
I'll post it now.
Cool. What else have we got here in the comments? Great use of close-ups at key internal character moments. Grosse Pointe, Michigan says. Thank you.
That's what I like.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta get in there close and see the emotion.
Ideas and practical effects. Yeah, always good to do effects practically, if you can, definitely.
Yeah, we had a leaf blower blowing Ori and Alex during the horse stuff, as well as when Ori's doing her powers thing. It's just like, oh, like this dramatic moment, leaf blower in the face. It's like, yeah, but you know, it's key professionals.
Yeah, and she's wearing contacts as well for those close-ups. So I mean, a lot of it gets sort of VFX'd over, but
yeah, that's true.
Contacts that give her bigger, even greener irises.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Cool. Well, I mean, sorry, Alex.
The effects looked really cool, like so cool.
Absolutely, yeah, amazing.
Big thanks to all the people that were involved in that. Abimanu and Marco and Mario and Sebastian, of course, your brother who did some of the shots. Yeah, a lot of people contributed. Chris Bouchard, who built the what we didn't say while we were running the episode is the backgrounds that are going past you guys. The backgrounds of the forest. Most of them are drone shots that were done by Christopher Buckingham when we were there in the forest, but a few of them are actually computer generated in Unreal Engine. Those were done for us by Chris Bouchard, and he did a really good job. I don't think you can tell which ones are real and which ones aren't. It's just some of the angles, it was just very difficult to fly the drone at to get the right background. So it's easier to computer generate them.
We also tried to do the drone stuff before we were doing the close-ups and like getting all of that to match, because we didn't have any luxuries like that some people have, where you know they get to overlay all these things in the while we're filming. If we had that, then we could have probably got the angle better. But forget that. Not on our budget. That's not going to happen. But so a bit of guesswork, a bit of like, I think it was this sort of angle.
Yeah, we actually got away with quite a lot in terms of the angles and things.
Yeah.
Grosse Pointe, Michigan, saying you must have season 3 preparation in mind. Can you elaborate at all, or is it hush hush? No, it's hush hush. Next question.
I mean, perhaps in mind, I think you can say, but
at
least watch the rest of the season.
Pre-production has started. We are looking for locations. We are sort of talking to potential crew. We have, we've gone through several drafts of the script. We're in the middle of another at the moment. All being well, we'll be shooting in July, which really isn't that far away now.
Nope.
And it's very exciting. I guess we'll probably talk a bit more about that on the episode 4 live stream. But definitely can't say much at the moment because it would spoil the rest of season 2 apart from anything else. But can say Alex is coming back for season 3. We can say that.
Big up.
Hey Seb's in the chat there. Nice work on the VFX there, painting out some things, painting in some things in this episode. And did one of the drone shots as well. There was we needed one extra drone shot to go in the background. I think it's the shot where Alex jumps horses actually. We didn't have a drone shot that worked for that, so Seb very kindly went out some nearby forest and shot that for us.
Excellent.
With his drone. Cool. MCM. Yes, Eva. So we haven't made a big thing of this yet because obviously we're busy talking about the launch. But we are going to be doing a panel at MCM Comic-Con London in May. I believe it's May 24th. It's the Friday. And it's going to be all about how to make a big fantasy show on a small budget. We'll probably show some clips and things. Hopefully Kate will be there and some other people, I'm sure. So we'll announce more details of that in the fullness of time. But yes, MCM have posted that on their social medias today, which is amazing. It's if you've got a ticket or you're buying a ticket already to MCM Comic-Con on the Friday, that panel is included in your ticket, so definitely come and see us then. You aren't switching Ren's actor again, right? Toby says, no, we are not.
Planning to.
No, we are not. I'm very pleased to say Oriana will be returning to the role for season 3. Any more questions on episode 1? Let's see if I missed any. Just
saw a comment that said Darth Vader Ren, which I love.
Darth Vader Ren. I think that might have been the reference to the voice changer thing going on. I'm very curious now to watch this stream back and hear what I sounded like.
It was interesting. I wasn't sure whether to say something or not.
Oh no! I did not think about that this morning when I was trying to sort of get this set up because I knew I wasn't going to make it for the start. I didn't think about that, and of course, it also, usually I have a feedback loop so I can hear it. But if it stays on for too long, it stops doing the feedback loop. So I've joined Discord calls and various things going, hi, my name is Kate. It's like, are you all right? It's like, oh, gosh, let me change that. Go back to being me. Oopsie.
Oh, wow.
It's just showing the special effects that we're able to do.
It's like we're just
talented people.
We're high tech here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very high tech, very high tech.
Yes. Excellent. What else can we say? We can say that on Wednesday on YouTube, the making of episode 1 will drop. That is a kind of 10-minute video with Kate talking all about how.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think I remember doing it.
How the episode was made, and in fact, that whole thing with Tarek's Mill and the concert. There's actually a little comparison in there of how it sounded originally and then how it sounded after it was dubbed. So you can see what.
We're gonna get copyright strike on the music.
YouTube hasn't detected it yet, fortunately. So clearly the cover wasn't very good. Right? There's that YouTube's algorithms weren't picking that up.
Amazing.
So that comes out on Wednesday, and every Wednesday after the episodes come out, there will be a little making of video, and of course they're all already up on Patreon if you can't wait. On that note, will Kate and Neil be playing the Master in season 3?
I hope not. It's a horrible costume to wear. I did that in season 1 a lot. At least I voiced it a lot off camera for people.
No.
But I don't know.
I'm one of the few people that's been on set a lot for Ren and almost never appeared on camera. But my hand does appear.
Oh yes.
In episode 4 of this season, I will say so.
Yeah.
Wait for that. Look out for that. It's a highlight.
Have you done any voicing for any villagers in
actually,
Canath? There you go.
I have. So
always when you're doing the post-production sound, it's like, wait, we need a breath here or a shout here.
Yeah, there's quite a few actually, and there was the final version of the episode 4 mix that Dale gave to me. I was just checking it before I made the file to give this to the cinema for the premiere, and something had actually accidentally got changed, and the track of me doing like distant shouts in the market had got really, really foregrounded. I was like, this can't go out. This sounds like Neil's lost his mind and given himself a starring voice role.
I'm glad you spotted that.
Yes, I'm very glad that got spotted as well. And I am actually in Rachel's scene actually in episode 1. There's a child, and so that's me. That's me with my voice pitched up. So no stranger to the old voice effects. But yeah, a little bit of trivia is Dale, who is the sound mixer. We'll have to get him on the show one day. Just the hours that man has worked over the last few months on the sound for the series.
Legend.
Absolute legend. But we had a little bit of a sort of running joke that we would try to get in lines from other films. Just so if you were listening carefully, when the Kanath soldiers are chasing Ren and Hunter, you can hear one of them going, "Shoot her! Shoot her!" which is Jurassic Park,
Clever
of course.
girl.
Yeah. And when I'm playing the child, I said to Dale, it was one of the last things we did on the episode. I said that child needs to have a voice. Can I just jump in and record it? And he said, yes, on condition that you do the child's line from. Is it Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith? I think it's Revenge of the Sith, where the child goes, "What are we going to do? There are too many of them." So if you listen very carefully, you can understand that.
Those are the Easter eggs to go spot.
Yeah. Andy says, thank you for showing the making of videos and actually sharing them with us. Fans appreciate it. Well, that's fantastic to hear, Andy. We definitely love doing the behind-the-scenes content. Going forward, by the way, probably for Season 3 onwards, a lot of it's going to be exclusive to Patreon in the future, I think, the making of content. So that's another reason to join up if you're interested in the behind-the-scenes stuff. But we will still be doing these regular live streams on YouTube. Cool. Well, Rachel, what can you tell us about where Captain Merluzzo is headed later in the season without
spoilers?
Without any spoilers, is there any little clever hints you can drop?
Well, I think if you see her voice, she started out quite fearful, and then, as you may gather from the Helgoth protocol, is basically burning the village to the ground. And I feel like after that, she is a bit changed and a bit kind of hardened. So I want to see that journey, hopefully, and see her come into her own a bit more, maybe, as a captain.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And Alex, can you drop any hints?
Any Hunter hints? Well, do you know what? No, because
I think that's
if
fair.
they wanted to know that badly, they'd jump on the Patreon.
Hey, they absolutely would. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Playing hard to get.
Sales
Nice.
manager. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just have to watch more episodes and then
Yeah,
see more.
and it's not just early access on the Patreon. There's all kinds of other stuff. There's merch. There's exclusive content. Actually, I think is it this coming week or the week after? We're releasing a little deleted scene from episode 1. There's only one little tiny deleted scene, but yeah, that's coming out, and there'll be more deleted scenes to come, and bloopers and things like that. So another reason to join up. Fantastic. Cool. Anything else you want to say about your episode, Kate?
Well, if you enjoyed it, please tell everyone else about it so that they can go and enjoy it as well, basically. Spreading the word is the best thing you can do if you enjoy the show, is you can tell others about it. So yeah, because that's the way we get seen, and that's how you find more people. Word of mouth is incredibly important.
Yeah,
because we can tell you guys all the time, but you know already because you've seen the show and you're here because you love it. So if you love it and you know other people who might love it,
spread that love.
Go tell them about it.
Yeah. Go shout from the rooftops about Ren. Yes.
And come back next week.
Absolutely.
Next Saturday.
Come back next Saturday, 5 p.m, episode 2, Smoke and Ember drops, followed by a live stream where we will be joined by special guests from the episode, including director and co-creator Christopher Dane. That about wraps us up for today. Thank you very much, Rachel and Alex, for joining us tonight on the show. Thank you so much for being part of the series as well. And thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to everyone who's posed questions and given us such lovely feedback on the chat. So happy for the cast and crew and looking forward to more, says Grosse Pointe, Michigan. So are we. So excited to see where this goes, says Kate Sykes. Excellent. We are so glad that you're loving it. Spread the word, and we will be back next week, 5 p.m. UK time, for episode 2, followed by The Mouth of Truth. That's all. Good night.
Bye.